Welcome back to Kansas City Chiefs Today. While our focus is always on the red and gold, sometimes we take a step back and look at the bigger picture of future NFL talent, especially when a prospect has the potential to shake up the entire league. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about young stars in college football, Travis Hunter. This guy is a game changer on both sides of the ball. And when a legend like Steve Smith Sr. takes time to break down your game, you know it's serious. So what makes Travis Hunter so special? And could he one day suit up in Chiefs red? Travis Hunter is what we call a unicorn in football terms. He's not just a wide receiver, not just a cornerback. He's both. And he's elite at both. Coming out of high school, he was the #1 overall recruit in the country. Yes, over all QBs and traditional WRs. Instead of going to a powerhouse program like Alabama or Georgia, he chose to play for Deion Sanders at Jackson State, then followed him to Colorado. That move turned heads, and so did his play. Let's talk about Steve Smith Sr., a 5-time Pro Bowler and one of the toughest WRs in NFL history. In his breakdown, Smith focused on Hunter's ball skills. According to him, what sets Hunter apart is his elite ability to track and catch the football. That's a skill that makes him dangerous not just as a WR, but also explains his high-level performance as a corner. Think about it. To be a great corner, you need to understand what WRs are trying to do. Travis has that mental edge, and it shows. Smith also mentioned Hunter's contested catch ability. We're talking about jumping into traffic, snatching balls out of the air, and coming down with it, reliably. That's NFL-level stuff right there. But Smith also points out that Hunter still has room to grow as a route runner. The offensive system at Colorado hasn't exactly helped him develop a full NFL route tree, but the flashes are there. As a wide out, Hunter is explosive. He has speed, agility, and something Steve Smith called route patience. That means he doesn't tip his hand too early. Defenders can't read when he's about to make his move, and that unpredictability? It's deadly in the NFL. When you can freeze a DB or force a safety to hesitate, you win. This trait reminds me of, yes, Travis Kelce. Different positions, but same concept, masking intention until the last possible second. That's what gets you open. Now let's flip the field. On defense, Hunter plays cornerback like someone who's studied wide receivers. And guess what? He has, because he is one. His reaction time, his closing speed, his ability to high-point the ball, it all comes from that dual perspective. That's why so many scouts believe he could be a shutdown corner in the NFL. And if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that values versatility and football IQ, think L'Jarius Sneed or Trent McDuffie, you're keeping tabs on this guy. He fits the mold of someone who could fit right into Spagnuolo's defense, or even play two-way ball in select packages. The possibilities are endless. Let's be real, two-way players in the NFL are practically extinct. The last time we saw something close was probably Deion Sanders or Charles Woodson. Even J.J. Watt caught a few TDs, but not like this. Travis Hunter is built to sustain both sides of the game. That's why some are calling him a potential generational player. Deion Sanders himself said Hunter reminds him of, well, himself. That's high praise coming from prime time. Now comes the big question, what will NFL teams do with Travis Hunter? Do they draft him as a WR, a CB, or try to build a dual role around him? It'll come down to scheme, coaching, and how much risk a team is willing to take on. But don't be surprised if someone like Andy Reid sees his versatility and starts cooking up plays. Just imagine Mahomes to Hunter on offense, then Hunter turning around to break up a deep ball on defense. It's not a dream, it's possible. Let's start with a quick refresher. Travis Hunter isn't your average draft prospect. He's a rare talent who has starred as both a wide receiver and a cornerback at the college level, and not just starred, dominated. From his time at Jackson State under Deion Sanders to making waves at Colorado, Hunter has been one of the most electrifying players in the nation. He's got sticky hands, blazing speed, elite football IQ, and an unteachable instinct, not just on one side of the ball, but both. He makes highlight grabs on offense and lockdown plays on defense. And now, with the NFL draft on the horizon, he's setting a new tone for how players want to shape their careers. Here's where things get spicy. Travis Hunter has gone on record stating that he wants to continue playing both ways in the NFL. Not only is he open to it, he insists on it. According to reports and analysis from insiders, Hunter has made it clear he only wants to be drafted if he's allowed to contribute as both a wide receiver and a cornerback. Think about that. This isn't just a preference. It's a requirement. And he's not bluffing either. Hunter has said that if a team doesn't allow him to fulfill that two-way dream, he'd rather not be drafted at all. It's a bold, almost unheard-of stance in today's NFL, and it's already sparking huge debate around the league. Former Carolina Panthers wide receiver Steve Smith Sr., now one of the NFL's most respected analysts, took the time to break down Travis Hunter's skills. Smith focused heavily on Hunter's elite ball skills, especially how he tracks deep throws and battles for contested catches. Interestingly, Smith pointed out that these traits also explain why Hunter is such a successful cornerback. He understands what wide receivers are trying to do because he is one. This insight gives him a mental edge when lining up in coverage. But Smith didn't just praise his technique. He acknowledged the sheer difficulty of what Hunter is trying to accomplish, and admired the confidence he brings to the table. Playing both sides of the ball isn't just rare, it's exhausting. NFL insiders agree that the physical and mental toll is intense. Wide receivers have to master route trees, timing with quarterbacks, and body positioning. Meanwhile, cornerbacks need to react on instinct, recognize offensive formations, and stay locked in for every snap. Now imagine doing both for an entire game, running routes, making tackles, switching mindsets in real time. It's not something we've seen regularly since the days of Deion Sanders or Troy Brown. Even then, those guys played both ways occasionally, not every snap. So when Travis Hunter says he wants to be a full-time two-way player, it's not just ambitious, it's historic. NFL front offices now face a dilemma. On one hand, you have a generational athlete who could impact your team on both offense and defense. On the other, there's the question of wear and tear, injury risk, and whether a two-way role can realistically be sustained in the modern NFL. But let's think big picture. If a team like the Chiefs were to consider someone like Hunter, what could that look like? Imagine having a backup WR who can also lock down a number 2 receiver on defense. That's a roster cheat code. Of course, implementing such a role would require coordination between offensive and defensive coordinators, precise workload management, and a long-term vision. Not every franchise is ready for that. One thing is crystal clear: Travis Hunter's mindset is all in. He doesn't want to specialize, he wants to redefine what it means to be a complete football player. He's confident, competitive, and unwilling to compromise on his dream. This isn't just about ego. It's about passion, identity, and legacy. Hunter knows the risk he's taking by making this demand. But he's betting on himself, and that kind of conviction could inspire the next wave of versatile players. So what do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Should a player like Travis Hunter be allowed to rewrite the playbook on how NFL stars are used? Is the league ready for a full-time two-way player again? Or are the demands of the modern game just too high? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for daily Chiefs updates, and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. This has been Kansas City Chiefs Today, and we'll catch you in the next one.